Go back to some other political stories because the season is upon us, and certainly we must keep you posted on all political developments. And talking about politics, the Progressive People's Party has outdoored its policy team for the 2016 elections. Now the team is expected to support the party with clear policy directions. Let's go onto the phone lines now and speak to the head of policy for the PPP, Kofi Asamoah. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much for your time.
Chief, good afternoon.
All right, to start with, congratulations for the outdooring, but what would the mandate of this policy team be, if you can help us?
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, let me say good afternoon to your viewers. Today, what we did at the PPP office was to outdoor what we call presidential policy team. There are 11 policy areas that we have identified that we think that, in our view, it's something that is of priority to the transformation of this country.
Right.
The mandate of this policy team is to work with their own sub-teams or team members to develop policy propositions that is based on the Progressive People's Party policy statement that we adore at our national convention. Mm-hmm. So our policy document is a foundation for this program. Our policy document has enumerated the 10-point agenda, and that 10-point agenda has to be developed into detailed policies and programs that we will implement when we have the opportunity to govern this country from January 7th, 2017. So
okay.
Today was to, yes.
Okay, yeah, so in that line, can you help us understand the various teams, the groupings? You said you have 9 teams.
Yes, I corrected that, say 11. So, for example, okay. We have what we call constitutional reforms and good governance. Basically, changes that we need to make to our constitution to make sure that we improve our governance systems and ensure development. So, under that, we're talking about how do we change the constitution to make sure that ministers of state don't double as members of parliament or vice versa. So, that is under constitutional reform and good governance, and also have the opportunity to elect our metropolitan, municipal, and district chief executive. And we have said that we need to pass the freedom of or right to information bill as soon as possible.
Okay.
So quickly, we're talking about public sector reforms as number 2, preventable diseases. A lot of people talk about health policy, health programs that we have and all that, and introduce the functionality of the NHIS system.
Okay.
We have come to the considered opinion that what is killing the NHIS is lack of funds or money going away to solve preventable diseases. So we have decided to focus on preventable diseases. So that's number 3. Compulsory and universal education. Without compulsory education, we are losing the most important asset of development, and that is the human resource. So if you can't take majority of your people to go to school, then you should forget about development. So number 4 is compulsory and universal education. We are talking about agriculture and food security, number 5. Number 6 is financing the energy sector. We have come to understand that everything there is about the energy crisis is money. So we find better ways of financing the sector to provide adequate energy for industry and residential use. Then we have economic infrastructure as number 7. Under economic infrastructure, what we mean is water, electricity, roads, railways, airports where they are needed. It is that will push the economic activity and drive economic development. So,
Kofi, just mention the others and then I'll ask my final question. So we have the energy, we have the economic infrastructure. What's the next one?
If you have sports, and we have domestic enterprise development, and we have women's enterprise development, and the last one is technology, the use of technology in the management of our national affairs.
Right, that actually sounds quite comprehensive. Now, what is the next line of action for this committee, these teams that you've outdoored?
Well, this committee will go into working activity right from today. Our job is to make sure that the policy propositions that we will come out to want to implement are sustainable, they are grounded, they are solid, and it will give us the needed transformation that we seek. So we'll finalize our document, present it to the National Committee and the presidential candidate for endorsement, and we'll bring out to the media policy statement for Ghanaians to have an understanding of what kind of policies the PPP will implement to solve the numerous problems we have.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, and we wish you and the PPP well. Kofi Asamoah is the head of policy for the Progressive People's Party. They just outdoored an 11-member team that is going to put together policies and looks quite well outlined for the PPP. That is, if they should get the mandate from Ghanaians to rule this country. Okay.